So this is, or was, the number 3 one-room schoolhouse, and what you're seeing behind me here are the remnants of a restoration attempt that was starting to get carried out in the early 2000s and didn't quite work out, obviously. As you can tell, the building isn't really in the best shape as it could be, but at least enough of an attempt was made to shore it up a bit so that we can see it today. What you're seeing is a converted one-room schoolhouse. The walls and the wainscoting and everything you're seeing behind me were put up over the original walls, but the ceiling remains the same, as are the original light socket emplacements, and they used to hold individual light sets over time, of course, and you would see, desks lined up here, probably in 2 or 3 rows, and the potbelly stove probably would have been toward actually the back here, in this area, or even further by the door, most likely by the door there. That wall, as you see, wasn't really there then. They modified that whole area. There would have been 2 entrances, one for boys and one for girls typically. Those you don't see anymore. You see doors that were put in there by the 1960s or so, when they converted this into the first of a number of churches that it became. Hence why you see the stained glass windows here. And this, of course, was originally the teacher's area, became a pulpit, basically. And up on the wall here you saw a number of images and a crucifix and so forth there. And then as we turn around, we have in that corner there, it's not a vent, actually. It looks like an air vent, but actually that's a confession stand. Either the father or the priest would be on one side and the parishioner would be on the other side, and they would go back and forth. Now, I don't know whether or not the priest is on this side and the parishioner was on the other side, or vice versa, but that's your confession area. The other side's all boarded up, so you can kind of tell there's no vent associated with that. That's a confession place. You can also see through to the original floor, where it was, where this area right there was cut away at to be able to redo the floor there a bit. And you can tell that there's a good 3 layers of flooring that were put in over the years to kind of reinforce this. I mean, this building was constructed in the 1850s or so, and then modified over the years, including having a basement put in, including having the backside installed later on by the probably 1920s and so forth. And this was number 3 schoolhouse. It served this area of Niagara Falls Boulevard toward Nash Road and not quite Town Line Road, but in this area. And what's now the Northgate Health Facility on Nash Road is where this schoolhouse and 1 or 2 other districts were put together to form that. And so this building was closed at that point, and what you had was a series of churches, including the Palatine Fathers, a sort of Eastern Catholicism here, and then you had a couple other churches, at least one other was instilled here. And then they both left when the facilities here expanded and other congregations developed their churches more, and so what you have then is this building that just sat alone. And as I said, there's been a few attempts to kind of get it going again, but so far there's really been nothing to show for it. And I mean, it's sad, really. Someone broke in recently, so animals have been in here and so forth. So there's some of the workhorses that are still here from the restoration attempt, but when politics happen and whatever else, this is what ends up paying the price for it. history pays a price for those things. Anyways, that's what this place was at last call. And again, if you're seeing this, either the place has been restored or demolished, because I don't want anyone in here. The floors are a little iffy. After all, there's a hole in the foundation over here to my left, so I don't advise coming in here. Okay, so now I'm going to do another video of the outside.